2NE1 walked so the third and fourth generation of K-pop could run. Without them paving the way from Korea to the US, there's no such thing as Big Bang, BTS, New Jeans, and Blackpink. And in this video, we'll talk about why the 2NE1 plays a massive role in every song of Blackpink. Will history repeat itself now that YG's baby monster is waiting on the horizon and keeps postponing the Blackpink's new album? Well, you won't believe what we'll discover here, so continue watching. The downfall of 2NE1 and its impact on Blackpink. Firstly, 2NE1 was a major force in bringing K-pop to the West. The members, particularly CL, took her influence beyond the Korean borders. You see, CL became the first K-pop female solo singer to make waves on the Billboard charts, but 2NE1 faced adversity like no other. They're being called the ugly group by their very own CEO. Yet what's even more remarkable is how they rose above it, collecting award shows with grand prizes, aka daseng, and topping major Korean music charts. 2NE1 were trendsetters. Their aggressive hip-hop music defined an era, and people still faint over their fashion statements, especially their iconic hairstyles. What's even more is that they brought luxury brands like Givenchy and Balmain into the South Korean spotlight. Let's begin this part by taking you back to 2015, a year that will not only enlighten you about, but will also entertain you like no other. 2NE1, the iconic K-pop girl group, was on fire. They had just released some of the most legendary solos and had graced us with the MAMA stage that was so electric it drew comparisons to Beyonce and Madonna. Remarkably, they've become the most talked about girl group on social media, and when you start watching their performances, you'll begin to understand their allure. Secondly, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the 2NE1's hiatus and Minzy's departure in 2016. The group was supposed to continue as a trio, with CL, Dara, and Park Bom at the helm. They had even completed an album ready for release. In fact, it became the much-anticipated comeback in 2016, but the unimaginable happened. The news broke that they had disbanded, and YG Entertainment swiftly shifted gears to debut their next sensation, which is the current global sensation, Blackpink. But what makes this story even more extraordinary is how 2NE1's disbandment was the most infamous of its kind. Unlike other agencies that discuss future plans with their artists, YG made a unilateral decision. Members like Minzy and CL found out that they were disbanded through the news. Now, let's reveal some shocking truths from the reporter Lee Jin-ho. He said that YG Entertainment had issues controlling one of the remaining members of 2NE1. Despite promises made and a title track ready to record, the member was indecisive. Then YG Entertainment gave up on 2NE1 and expedited Blackpink's debut. Fans speculate this could have been a final power play to control that one unruly member. And to add flavor to the issue, an employee who started his journey with YG Entertainment back in 2009 revealed a story that sends waves through the K-pop community. For authenticity, he shared a photo of his personal identification card. So during 2NE1's mysterious 2-year hiatus, Minzy desperately wanted to come back to 2NE1 and please YG, but she was coldly turned down by YG. And remember what we said earlier? CL, the first female K-pop artist to hit the Billboard charts in her solo career, right? Well, at that moment, YG put a hold on her album, leaving fans and supporters irritated. However, the much-anticipated 2016 comeback never saw the light of day. YG's unsettling transition of Park Bom to the Black label and their ultimate decision to disband 2NE1 left fans distraught. The aftermath was sorrowful. CL, once a shining star, went through a mental breakdown, and while Dara was slated for YG's 2019 promotional activities, CL was left in the shadows. She's been preparing a US solo album debut for about 5 years, but she's only ever released 1 or 2 songs. She'd written hundreds of songs and even filmed a music video for one. So we can assume the reason for her solo never coming out was because of conflicts between her, YG, and US management. So in one post of YG's CEO, Young Hyun-suk, on Instagram with other people in the picture, CL commented, "What about me, boss? Please reply to my text." And speaking of Hyun-suk, many believe that he played a pivotal role in 2NE1's untimely disbandment. And in echoing sentiment, Park Bom herself pinpointed Yang as the cause in 2018. And now fans united under the banner of Black Jacks are making their voices heard, rallying with the hashtag 2NE1 deserved better. But what's even better is the dark truth you're about to uncover next, which makes this video a must-watch, so stay tuned. Thirdly, let's dive into the social media storm. Fans were bothered by the revelations from industry insider Lee Jin-ho, and once you realize the depth of these claims, you'll never look at 2NE1 the same way again. Many speculated that Park Bom was the member who derailed 2NE1's comeback plans. Her banned drug scandal in 2014 had such a massive impact that the group ended up on hiatus for 2 years. In a 2017 interview, YG's president Yang threw more fuel to the fire. He strongly implied that Bom was the reason behind the group's disbandment. But as one Blackjack said, Bom's scandal was so poorly handled because it was such a simple story that could have cleared all the misunderstandings. 2NE1 songs were passed down to Blackpink's. Now, Blackpink has not just inherited the throne, but also the stack of unreleased 2NE1 songs, with reporter Lee's information that the theory of 2NE1's disbandment due to bomb gains even more ground. And maybe you might be wondering what happened to all the unreleased songs that 2NE1 recorded but never got to share with the world. Well, as fate would have it, these hidden gems found a new home with Blackpink. YG, while preparing for Blackpink's debut, allowed them to re-record these tracks, and some of these songs are As If It's Your Last, and even Stay was rumored to originate from 2NE1's music collection. Fans recently theorized the future of Blackpink members. This is the part even skeptics can't resist, a story so mirroring it defies logic. When you continue to stay watching, you'll begin to understand why fans are in such distress. Ever since Blackpink debuted, they've been shadowed by the phrase the copy of 2NE1 because of their strikingly similar girl crush concept. But the parallels don't just end at the surface level aesthetic. YG Entertainment carefully crafted Blackpink's image to uncannily resemble 2NE1. From the member count down to the choreography, everything is almost the same. So will history repeat itself? YGE is preparing to debut their new girl group, Baby Monster, and it's been almost a year since Blackpink's last release as a group. YGE keeps delaying their comeback. On another note, Blinks are smashing the trend hashtag and requesting YG to let the group make another album. But yeah, just like what they did to 2NE1, they're busy hyping the Baby Monster's debut. Some fans assume that YG is sexist because despite the massive influence and popularity of Blackpink and 2NE1, their songs are limited compared to their label mates Big Bang, who's a boy group. But the more the fans get angry, the harder YG makes it for their artists. One of the latest trending issues is about Lisa and BVLGARI, where YGE didn't let Lisa attend the event. But why did YG do such a thing? Well, the reason is because of Lisa's safety during the COVID-19 pandemic. Do you think it's true? Well, the Bulgari's very own CEO shared her own disappointment with YG and what they did to Lisa. Blackpink fans want more for their girls, and it's a break from YG. If we connect the dots like what the fandoms are doing, if Blackpink doesn't quickly terminate their contracts with YG, they'll end up like 2NE1. However, it's not as risky for them as it was for their senior group. Lisa, Jennie, Jisoo, and Rose are in a great position, each having debuted their albums. They are in an excellent position to start their solo careers, but it will be much more difficult than continuing as a group. But the question is, if they leave YG, can they do it by themselves or with another company? It's undeniable that Blackpink has established a solid position in the K-pop industry. They're not just outstanding in music, but also dominating the fashion industry. They have endorsements left and right, something 2NE1 members didn't achieve. So to answer the question if Blackpink leaves YG, can they do it by themselves? It's a yes or no. Why no? Well, while Blackpink and each of the four members have a massive global influence, they'll soon be disbanded once they end their contract with YGE if they can't find the right company to lean on. Because Blackpink is like a gun. They're powerful, universal, and dangerous, and everyone knows them. But if something doesn't maximize their potential, just like a gun, it can't fire anywhere, anytime, and it just causes trouble. Now, the Blackpink are firing country after country because the Born Pink World Tour has been keeping them busy. Their contract with YG Entertainment ended on August 8th, 2023, and yes, we know what you're thinking. Are they gonna sign a new contract with YG? Or will YG make the same move again, just like they did to 2NE1? In 2016, 2NE1 no longer had a contract with YG. Then they quickly debuted Blackpink. Will history repeat itself? We're seeing the same situation here, but we'll let you speculate and share your thoughts in the comment section, so don't be shy. Hundreds of people are sharing their thoughts in the comment section, just like this one, where she said 2NE1 will always be the queens of K-pop for me. And another fan said, we can't forget the fact that 2NE1 paved big for K-pop. Well, the 2NE1 disbandment is probably the most tragic so far in K-pop history, but it looks like 50-50 is placing itself next to this heart-wrenching story because, just like 2NE1, at the very peak of their career, they suddenly took a hiatus. And if you want to know the whole story behind that, just click on this next video right here and see it, Cupid.